Okay, folks, we are back. Episode 46 of Street to Strategy. Man, we are trucking along. Couple of things. Make sure you guys go on Amazon, pick up a copy of my new book. It's called The Emotional Toll of the Show. I'm getting a lot of great feedback. Also, I have a website, streettostrategy.com. I'm going to have some products on there soon. And so today I have a new guest. Let me give him an introduction. Today, I have the privilege of introducing a man who has spent more than 3 decades doing far more than caring for teeth. He has spent a lifetime caring for people. He is a graduate of Loma University School of Dentistry, class of 1990, and has dedicated his career to helping people rediscover something that can change the way they see the world, the confidence of a healthy smile. As a forensic dentist for Tulare County, he brings his expertise into a field where dentistry meets justice, using his knowledge and experience in ways that reach far beyond the walls of his practice. Perhaps what defines him most is the simple belief that every patient deserves to be treated like a friend, and every person who walks through his doors should have a feeling a little more confident, a little more comfortable, and a little more cared for. A Southern California native who has called Visalia home for more than 2 decades, he has built a life rooted in family, community, and service. He is a proud father, an avid golfer, skier, wakeboarder, traveler, and a supporter of CASA. His story is one of skill guided by compassion, success measured not only by accomplishments, but by the lives he has touched and the smiles he has helped bring back to the world. His journey has brought him to my table. This is Dr. Richard Barnes. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for that amazing introduction. Holy cow. Who is that nice guy?
Well, and for the folks at home, the doc is actually my dentist. And, man, I love you, man. I love your practice. Like I told you, I love the front office staff. I love Dr. Z. I love the ladies that clean my teeth. I just love your practice, period.
Well, thank you. This is always an opportunity to talk to you. I want to take it. So
well, I appreciate you, man.
Enjoy our conversations over the years.
Me too, man. Well, let's hop into it.
All right.
Where did you grow up, and what was your childhood like?
Redlands. Grew up in Redlands. Yeah.
Down south.
Yep.
Yeah.
Went to private school. I went to Loma my whole life. Got my braces done at Loma University School of Dentistry. Said I'd never be a dentist for the rest. Not going to happen. That smell just walking in there.
Yeah.
This is old 1980s dental office smell. But multiply it by 100 dental chairs and ugh.
Yeah. You know what's interesting about dentistry? All right. I used to go to Dr. Satimi. Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
Okay. His office was catty corner to Visalia PD. And I remember being a little boy going to the dentist and looking across the street at Visalia PD and looking at the cop cars. Dude, who would have known that 30 years later, I would be working there?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
He had both daughters are dentists.
Really?
Yeah. Talk about leaving a legacy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And do they still have that practice there? I mean, I know it's an office building.
One does. One moved to San Francisco.
Okay.
But they were working together for a little while, but I think they're just too busy for one little office.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah. What experiences from your childhood shaped the person that you became?
Oh, my goodness. Friends. And my friends' parents too. My best friend's an ear, nose, and throat doctor. His dad was a dentist.
Okay.
And I think he's a big reason why I went to dental school. His older sister's a dentist. She was a couple years ahead of me in dental school. She helped me out. And just, a good group of friends that were more motivated than me, thank goodness. and their families, and just instilled all the right things, and decided I didn't want to be a doctor. I needed to be a dentist, and that was it.
You know what I've said about dentistry? A messed up grill will mess you up every time. You know what I mean? And, I'm big on my teeth. And you know what? My mom was big on taking us to the dentist. And you know what I learned in the military? I have flossed every day since I've been in the military. and that was in the early 90s. And I think it's a game changer. I think it really is. And, I mean, I get complimented on my teeth, but I take pride in my teeth. You know what I mean? And when people don't have a good smile, you can see how it affects people. It really does. It affects people's confidence drastically.
That's for sure.
When you were young, did you ever imagine you would become a dentist?
No.
Just came out of left field.
No way. And then I told my grandfather, selfish teenagers, that I told him he was an MD, and I told him I didn't want to be a doctor. And he thought I said I did. So I'm like, oh no, now I have to go to dental school. And I'm like, but I wasn't sure. So I did this health class my freshman year of college. And of course I did the topic on his specialty, which was urology.
Okay.
And I went and got a book that him and my uncle and another partner wrote, opened up the pages, looked at one picture of something oozing from a penis, and I'm like, no. Went and talked to the dental recruiter the month later, and here I am.
That's a great story, man.
Yeah. Well, people say, how can you work in someone's mouth?
Yeah.
Believe you me.
Yeah, it could be worse.
Could be worse.
Yeah, proctology, you know what I mean? Yeah.
And urology.
Yeah.
Which my roommate in college is a urologist, believe it or not.
Yeah. I respect the fact anybody that becomes a doctor in anything, because I know this. You had to work hard. They don't just hand those out to anybody. I got a master's degree, and I know it worked. I had to work my tail off. I could only imagine trying to become a doctor of anything. Did you do your undergrad at Loma as well?
No, I actually went to another Seventh Adventist college. It was in the Napa Valley.
Okay.
And it was a strict college. They told us we couldn't go to dental school or medical school if we got caught drinking.
Oh, wow.
So it was that kind of place. But I just wanted to get out of Southern California for a little while.
Yeah.
Makes sense. The rat race down there, even in the Inland Empire.
Oh, yeah. You know what? The Inland Empire, my ex-wife grew up there, and it's an interesting spot. She lived in Upland.
Oh, yeah.
And, that was pretty nice. But, man, dude, I mean, you're right. That Inland Empire is kind of a dog-eat-dog, you know what I mean? Then you get into, the San Bernardino area, and that's
rough.
It's very rough.
That'd even be rough for you, possibly.
Oh, big time. What do you remember about your time at Loma Linda School?
You know what? We all had fear of the instructors, right? Because, don't embarrass you in front of a patient or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And I hear these horror stories. I tell you what, the instructors there, they were kind. They were gentle even when you made a mistake. And they were genuinely supportive. And from the stories I hear from other dental schools, I went to the right one.
Yeah, good for you, man. Yeah. What was the biggest challenge you faced when going to school to become a dentist?
Biggest challenge, biggest fear, right? Probably the dental admissions test to get in.
Pretty rough.
To get into dental school. Didn't know what to expect. Didn't know what was going to be on it. Your whole college education is based on this test, which you take before the end of your junior year.
What's it called?
DAT, dental admissions test. So
yeah, because even like the LSAT for lawyers and the MCATs for doctors. And all those tests are no joke. You know what I mean?
The CPA exam, I would not want to take that. I wouldn't pass. But.
Yeah.
But your master's, you had a big paper to do, right?
Oh, big time. And I tell people, I'm proud I did it, but honestly, Doc, the amount of work, people don't really truly understand unless you dive into it. It's for a whole year I disappeared. And, I'm sure during dental school, because, number one, it's very expensive. And the other big thing is you're not really going to get a second chance if you goof it up, And so good on you.
Yeah. And you understand, it's not a 40-hour work week.
Oh, no.
It's 100 and something hour work week.
When you're off work, you're studying all weekends and nights and, was there ever a moment when you actually questioned whether you wanted to be a dentist or like, what the heck am I doing? Did you ever think that?
No, the craziest thing, and how lucky am I, right? I went and talked to this dental school recruiter when I was in college. She's like, hey, there's a summer program. It's a week long. Just come on down there. We'll take care of you. The first dentist walks in, greets everybody. 10 minutes into his presentation, I'm like, this is what I want to do the rest of my life. And that was, 40 years ago.
Yeah, but you know what? You got lucky though, because guess what? There's a lot of people that try to jump into either medical, dental, and people realize real quick, you know what? I don't think this is where I'm supposed to be. So, I mean, sometimes I just think things happen for a reason and people get put where they're supposed to be. And clearly, you're where you're supposed to be.
Yep.
Who were you most influenced by during your time when you were going to dental school?
Some of those parents I was talking about, the older, my classmates' older siblings, and Rick Hart over in Porterville. He was a year ahead of me in dental school, and we had a big brother, and he was my big brother.
Yeah,
and what a joy to only be 30 minutes away from him.
Yeah.
So again, I think when you're in a group like that together, and you watch out for each other, it's a whole lot better than cutthroats.
100%. Well, this, and especially you're talking about relatives. Now there becomes some expectations, like, hey, if we're going to help you, you gotta take this serious. When you graduated in 1990 from dental school, what did that mean to you?
Oh, that was huge.
Yes,
that
I
was
bet.
Huge. There was the thing we used to do. We would page each other, and we'd say doctor first. So here, we graduated, but we're still there for a little while. We have to take our big dental state dental board, and so we'd page each other. Hey, can Dr. Richard Barnes? And then to hear that, it's like, oh, I guess that is me.
You know what's so cool, though? I think I've heard the Dr. Richard Barnes on a bunch of movies and a bunch of TV shows. I think it's a pretty common thing in the dental world.
I think there's like 7 of us in the country.
Yeah. Looking back now, what advice would you give yourself when you were going to dental school?
That is such a good question. That is such a good question. You know what? Put your head down, work, and appreciate the opportunity that you have.
Oh, yeah.
Where was the gratitude? I'm feeling about what's being put on me. Where's the gratitude to be able and be in that situation at such a young age? And I think I would have handled a lot better if I would have been, man, how lucky am I to be here?
Oh, yeah.
We've come across people your whole career. I mean, your time at Redwood.
Yeah.
The kids had no idea what they're going to do, right?
That is so true. I mean, you know what? I would talk to a lot of kids, especially when kids would graduate. Hey, Officer McWilliams, I just graduated high school. I'd be like, congratulations on the easiest time of your life. Welcome to the real world. Because you know this, the real world is coming. And if you ain't ready for it, it will swallow you up. You know that.
Yep. And in the college kids, it's like, hey, you still got it easy, right? It's
yes,
hard
you do.
It's hard growing up when you're out on your own.
Big time.
And they start doing master's programs and stuff because they don't want to meet that real world because it's not kind.
It's not. And you've been practicing dentistry for more than 30 years. Mm-hmm. How has that profession changed from when you very first started? Because, technology is phenomenal.
It is. The things we can do now compared to then is crazy. Luckily, we've always had technology increases, yearly, basically.
Oh, yeah.
And when you're passionate about what you do, you're always interested. You're always finding out what's new. Couple things I tried a little when they were too new and had to redo some things.
Yeah.
But it's I think it's what keeps it exciting and keeps it going. Being able to do a crown in an hour and a half.
Yeah.
When it used to take 2, 3, 4 weeks.
Yeah.
How incredible is that? And then how beneficial for the patient. Cuts down on our overhead as well.
You know what? I just had my teeth cleaned, 3 weeks ago. And what was interesting is back when they used to have to take the x-rays and those things you had to pick in your mouth. It always hurt, the actual film and all that. Those have gotten smaller. I've also noticed now that when she's cleaning my teeth, she's using this thing. It's almost kind of like vibrating as it's doing it. And it's, and she said, she goes, this is the game changer. She goes, it's a whole lot easier now. And I'm sure as technology improves, it'll just get better and better and better.
Oh yeah. The thing that I haven't looked into yet that's kind of crazy to me. They do robotics for surgeries now.
Oh yeah.
And now they're talking robotics for implant placement.
Wow.
Where's the world going to be? It's like, like the eye doctor where they push the button and it does your eye. Is that what's going to happen with dentistry? Or do we still get to be in control of the handpiece,
You know what? I think, well, obviously AI is getting ready to be the game changer. I think it's going to be in every field. That's coming. And I don't think people are truly prepared for what's coming. There's one thing about robots that just gives me a little bit of pause. Are we going to get into the RoboCop thing where, because I think machines can mess up. And what if one of them does, especially during a medical procedure? I'm sure there's going to be a kill switch, but I just don't know. I mean, I think it's going to be that scary time, I think,
Yeah. The humanity of it all, though, hey,
yes.
Are you feeling okay? Hey, you need to spit,
Yeah, yes,
Are
yes.
you comfortable? Are you feeling anything? It's like, is a robot going to be human enough to care about the person?
I don't think so. I really don't. Yeah. And I might be wrong. What is the biggest misconception people have about going to the dentist? Because I know a lot of people have some serious fear of the dentist. Now, I love it. I love getting my teeth cleaned. But, man, I know people that are scared to death.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah.
So do I. Some have to go to sleep to get there. Dentistry doesn't have to be painful. I'd say that's probably you still hear the jokes about, oh, man, I would have rather had a root canal.
Yes.
Something was so bad in my life, I would have rather had a root canal.
Yes.
Guess what? Those endodontists can numb somebody up so well.
Yes.
I'd be shocked if it was painful.
Yes.
Well, they would probably, say that's enough for today. We'll calm the tooth down and then we'll do some more or something on another day. But I just don't. Back in the day, people were like, bite the bullet, grin and bear it.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's not that way.
Yeah,
Go try your dentist. It's not that way.
I'm going to tell you this. I cannot name a time that I went to your office where I've been in pain. Even when Dr. Z had to pull my tooth, I didn't feel it, And that is a big feather in your guys' cap because honestly, that's, I think, probably pulling a tooth is probably one of the most invasive things other than maybe implants, right? And I tell people, it's like, I've recommended you to a lot of people because I just go, dude, I've never had pain one time. And I'm not just saying that for this show. That's the honest to God's truth.
Yeah.
I've never left your office going, man, this was horrible. Not once. Why do you think people have so much anxiety about going to the dentist?
I think a lot of it is embarrassment. I haven't been to the dentist for a while.
Yeah.
And, I'm going to get judged by the dentist. It's like, no.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, no, we're there to take care of you. And if everyone just needed their teeth cleaned, that's a little hard on the bottom line.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Patience before profits, but it's nice to be able to work on people.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I remember I was working at the mall and there was a guy that had the really bad gums and he had a lot of the plaque. And he asked me, he goes, Jay, man, your teeth look great. And I said, bro, I get my teeth scaled every 6 months. And I said, I know you're scared of the dentist. I go, but if you went and let them scale your teeth, that they could get rid of that. Yeah. And I said, but you got to bite the bullet and do it because guess what? They're not gonna come to your house. I said, but you have, and he had a lot. Like when he would smile, he would actually cover his mouth. Mm. And I remember telling him, "Hey, man, go to the dentist. They can fix this." And but people like that with the really puffy gums. I'm sure this kid hadn't been to the dentist in 10, 15 years.
But you see all the studies out there, the heart disease, diabetes, all these things. We have all kinds of bacteria in our mouths.
Yes, we do. Yes.
And if that hits the bloodstream it causes all these other problems. So dentistry, for good looks on teeth, but dentistry for health, for your
Yes.
overall health.
That makes sense.
So important.
No. Why do you personally make so many of your patients feel so comfortable? Because I could tell you this, from the very first day, well, I remember you called me out because you had the homeless guys when I was in charge of Mooney, and I came out there and I used to arrest the homeless guys back in behind your buildings. But ever since I've been to you, you always come out, you always greet me, you always are so nice. And I don't think I have that at other dentist offices. But that's something that you do that I picked up on real quick. Let me tell you about someone who isn't just working in real estate. He's redefining what it means to serve. Chase Taylor is not your typical agent. His journey began in 2005 in the heart of California's Central Valley, where he built his business on a simple but powerful belief. The real estate should be rooted in real value, real effort, and real care for people. Now based in Orange County, he has elevated that vision into something rare. Because with Chase, the relationship doesn't end when the papers are signed. While others hand over the keys and disappear, he shows up, literally. On closing day, he arrives with a moving crew ready to help carry not just boxes, but the weight of transition. That's not just service, that's commitment you can feel. And now he's coming full circle, expanding back into the Central Valley, bringing the same hands-on approach to the very community where it all began. It's more than business, it's a return to roots, a promise to give back with the same grit and heart that built his name. If you're buying or selling, don't settle for someone who simply opens doors. Choose the agent who walks through them with you, who lifts, carries, and moves with purpose. Call Chase Taylor at 949-702-9106 and tell him that J-Mac sent you.
Yeah, we have our dental family, the work crew. That's our
Yeah.
dental family. But our larger dental family is all of you guys.
Yeah.
And I generally like my patients.
Yeah, well, and it shows.
Yeah,
It truly does.
Yeah.
I always enjoy seeing you. I always enjoy talking to you because you do. It's like when I walk in there, you make me feel comfortable. You make me feel welcomed. And it's a nice change. It truly is. What's the most rewarding thing about being a dentist?
We don't get a lot of thank yous.
Oh, yeah.
We don't get a lot of thank yous. And when those patients come back and said, "Hey, you changed my life,"
Yes.
I got married again.
Yeah.
The guy I was interested in, he wouldn't look at me. You fixed my teeth.
Yeah.
And then he starts asking me out on dates, and we ended up getting married.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and the jobs. You've been talking about or touching on it this whole time. When people come back and say, "Hey, you changed my life for the better."
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Or you saved my life when we spot something that's not so good in somebody's mouth.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cancer, stuff. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
Yep.
Is there a particular experience in dentistry that has stayed with you for your whole career?
Do I have to talk about the mistakes in front of you right now? Besides the mistakes?
Yeah.
Yeah. I tell you what, when I was talking to you about the patients, the ones that, all those stories, they come true. Last week I was working on a patient and I did something. I said, my dental instructor taught me this and it was such a good thing that I still do it all these years later. How incredible is that to have
That
a
is.
learning experience? And luckily, I didn't have to make the mistake to learn it.
Yeah.
I learned it from somebody I trusted, and I've been able to carry that forward. And patients have benefited for it for, close to 40 years.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I think we've touched on this, but what advances in dentistry have impressed you the most?
Oh, besides being able to design and make a crown, yeah, that one still impresses me, believe it or not.
Yeah.
That machine, to be able to image a tooth and to be able to design a crown and have it made in such a short amount of time, that one's incredible. Digital x-rays,
Oh, yeah.
and cone beam x-rays.
So, like, if I were to go in there today and I needed a crown, how long would it take for me to get it?
Depending on the upper lower, it's going to be about an hour and a half.
Wow.
Yeah, start to finish.
Oh man,
including numbing.
dude, that is awesome. Yeah.
That's a win for everybody. The cone beam CT scan is a 3-dimensional X-ray of the mouth, and do you know that it can actually say, hey, what would this person look like based on this jaw structure? I would love to use it in one of the forensic cases.
Yeah.
And up comes the patient's face.
Wow.
Just based on a 3D scan of the bones.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, think about that.
Use that.
Yeah, 40 years ago, there was no way, but yeah.
No way.
How important is it for a dentist to stay up with all the new techniques, the new technology, the new way of doing business?
I think that the dinosaurs, and I'm a dinosaur too. If we didn't keep up, the patients are going to find the young new hotness.
Yes.
There's women dentists out there, there's men dentists out there that do have all the technology. And if you're going to let technology pass you by, you're going to wonder what's wrong with the dentist that he's not keeping up on this stuff. So
Well said. I will tell you this, it even translates to my job. I mean, dude, law enforcement, from when I started in 97, from when I retired in 2021, they are almost different jobs.
Wow.
I mean, the technology, we're driving around. We got an MDT computer in our car. We can do reports on our cars. Back in the old days, we were handwriting everything. Now, man, you don't have to do any of that. And, body cams, tasers, all these other things. It's so different from 97 to 2021. And, I've been retired for 5 years, and it's even changed since that small window, and it's going to continue. But yeah, I think you're right. You've got to keep up with technology, because if you don't, I think that old adage of, well, we've always done it like this, I think that's the wrong way to think.
Yeah, I think people expect more than that.
Yes. You've described your patients as being personal friends. How do you create that relationship with people? Because not every dentist does.
I think having a genuine interest in another person.
Yeah.
Saying, hey, what do you do? Oh, you're a police officer.
Yes.
That's great.
Yeah.
What do you do? Do you go write citations? Are you motor vehicles?
Yeah.
Are you investigations? Are you a campus policeman where you get to help all these kids?
Oh, yeah.
Change their lives or improve their lives? Having a genuine interest
Yes.
in other people. Yeah, you have it.
Yeah. Oh, big time.
Like what you're doing.
Yeah. I would say, and you know what? I've often said this. I don't think you can fake it. You either have it or you don't. And there's something about you that from day one since I met you, you have always I'd love to see you, man, because I know you're always stuck on the surgery side. But man, you always, if I'm there, man, you always seem to materialize in the lobby, and we ended up chopping it up. And I always enjoy talking with you,
And I enjoy talking to you.
I appreciate that.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah, 100%, brother. What qualities do you look for when you're building your dental team?
You can't train intelligence.
Correct.
You can't train drive. At least I can't.
Yeah.
So, you want a worker bee, right?
Yeah.
I tell. I went to the chiropractor, and there was a new front office girl sitting next to the front office girl, and I'm like, "Hi, that's my niece. She's here for the summer." And I said, "You want to make your boss happy? Stay busy, help him get things done.
Yeah.
And he will be glad to have you here."
Yes. Yes. Well, every time I go there, I always enjoy Karina. She's always so helpful. And even Suhei, but she left, right?
Yeah.
She went to a different dentist.
Yeah.
But she was awesome too. You know what I mean?
awesome.
It's like every time I went there, those girls always made me welcome. And I'm, just in the short time I'm there, I watch, man, you got a lot of people coming in and out, man. You're a busy office.
And they know everybody. Marissa.
Yeah.
I think you mean Marissa.
Oh, Marissa, yes.
Yeah. They know everybody. And they all know them all by first name and stuff like that.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. Sue was great.
Yes, she was.
Yeah.
How important is humor creating an office like that? Because I think you got to have it. Because yes, we're dealing with serious things, going to the dentist, but you have to have, I think, a sense of humor to properly navigate that world.
I think you're right.
You have a big,
and it works good with patients. Patients when they're a little bit apprehensive, a little humor goes a long way. Humor with the employees goes a long way. You can still make a change without being hard on somebody.
Oh, yeah. And that's just it. I know it's your business and you're there. That's how you're making a living. But I think there's something, I've just watched your office through the years, and it just seems everybody gets along. It seems like everything goes smooth. I know this. There's no utopias, right? But I have always enjoyed being at your office.
Thank you.
And it's busy. It's very busy, and it's big.
Yeah.
How many chairs back there?
The one you go to has 6. Mine has 5. Surgery has 3 plus 2 surgery rooms. It's huge.
Yeah.
It's a huge facility.
Yeah, you got
It's
a lot
for one guy.
I was going to say, it's a lot of working parts. You got a lot going on.
Yep. But that's all by design that you come in and things go smoothly.
Yes. Yeah. And I appreciate it.
Oh, I love that's a huge compliment to this team.
Yes.
Huge compliment.
What does exceptional patient care mean to you?
Wonderful question. Wonderful question. You know what? The patient's comfortable. The work is done correctly. The patient gets to function with their teeth. They're happy with their smile. And everything fits properly.
Yeah.
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 But the patient's got to be comfortable and the patient's got to be happy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. We try and educate them if they want something that's not going to be that way.
Yeah.
We try and educate them. This is why it needs to be a good bite.
Yes. Yes. What have your patients taught you about people and life?
You know what? Some patients are more picky than other patients.
Oh, yeah. I could see that.
And again, the picky patients are where you're going to learn something.
Okay.
So be grateful that the picky patient's there. They're going to make me a better dentist.
Okay.
If I can make this patient happy, if there's a little rough spot, I'm going to know. And then, hey, I'm going to get to help all the other patients because I might have left that same rough spot on those patients. Yeah. So patients teach you a lot, including patience.
Yeah. Yeah. How do you handle a patient that is extremely nervous or extremely apprehensive? Because I think I've seen some people come in and you can just see it on their face. There is fear.
There is. And you know what? The first place to meet them is probably not in the dental chair with all the dental stuff around.
Yes.
It's like, hey, you want to talk out here? Do you want to go for a walk outside? And try and meet them in an area that's not so intimidating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
And then the best thing to do, I think, is give the patients options. There's lots of different options out there. And, hey, you might be more comfortable with a female dentist.
Okay.
You might be more comfortable with this type of sedation. This guy does this. This is what we do here.
Yeah.
Where would you be most comfortable? And try and find what works best for the patient. Yeah.
Well said. What is one thing you wish everybody knew about taking care of their teeth?
Flossing every day. I think you covered it already.
Yeah.
You know what? 2 things. One, people think it's expensive to go to the dentist. I hear that, It's expensive to fix things when you let it go so bad.
Yes. Yeah, because if you let it go to the extreme, you're right. It's going to be costly.
Yeah. The preventative care, you can self-fund preventative care, and that's going to be less than any dental insurance plan you're going to have.
Oh, yeah.
And that preventative care is going to keep a lot of problems away.
Like I look at me, like I enjoy going to the dentist. I enjoy getting my teeth cleaned, right? But I've spoken to people, man, that seriously have severe anxiety about a dentist. And it shocks me because it's like I used to tell people, man, I've never felt pain. I think the last time I truly felt pain at the dentist is when I was in the Navy, because guess what? They don't care whether you like it or not. This is happening. You know what I mean?
They're not. Primary job is not to make sure the patient's comfortable.
Correct.
Right? Correct. They've got other primary.
They do.
To be
they do.
Yeah, I think it's true. And I, whatever happened in their life, abuse, the dentist wasn't nice. The dentist yelled at me. The dentist put his hands over my mouth.
Oh, yeah.
The dentist tied me down to the chair. I mean, all these horrible stories.
Wow.
I'd have fear too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how does the patient overcome that? And how do you help the patient overcome that fear? And you know what? You've dealt with people being afraid of you your whole life.
Big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, big
And
time.
I'm sure humor's a big part of
It
what
is.
you do to.
I always said I was blessed with something a lot of cops don't have, man. It's called a personality, brother. How do you balance a successful practice and then also let people know that they're not just a number?
Yeah. Yeah. I think no matter what, I think you'll be successful. I know it's an old school way of thinking. Take care of the person in front of you.
Oh, yeah.
And you'll be successful. They're going to tell everybody else. Hey,
Yeah, word of
this
mouth.
guy takes care
Word
of
of
me.
mouth is big.
Yeah.
Yes.
This guy feels like he's part of my family. He's feels like he's a friend,
Yeah.
And that type of advertising and that type of, remember, we're professionals. So I really do feel like I need to put the patient before my business,
Yeah.
and whatever bills in the back of my head.
Yeah.
No, I need to do what's best for this patient. And guess what? I'll be taken care of.
Well said, brother. What is the greatest compliment that you've ever received? I mean, I'm sure you've gotten some phenomenal ones.
I really, the life-changing compliments.
Yeah.
You changed my life. I mean, what a joy. Here I was worried about losing a life as an MD. What would I do if I ever lost a life? And a dentist, I get to improve lives.
Yeah.
But you changed my life, or you saved my life.
Yeah. That's big, man.
Yeah. It's
That's
like,
big.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not sure I'm worthy of that, but thank you so much.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It is. I think if more people, just like even medical care, I think it's the same. It's like, hey, if you have a problem, go get it looked at. I think in this day and age, I think everybody wants to self-diagnose themselves with their phones. It's like, you know what? Go see a professional. Go see somebody that knows what they're doing. Right?
Yeah, you're totally right. Well, first of all, you've changed how many lives?
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how good does that feel?
It feels phenomenal.
Is there a better compliment than, hey, you changed my life. You got me on the right path. I was going to go into a gang. You got me out of a gang. Your stories. I mean, that's what gets you out of bed in the morning, right?
Yeah, it is. Because you know what? Especially in law enforcement, we see so much negativity. We truly see the worst of society. And every now and then, we truly get to help people. And that is what I was born to help people, and I really was. After more than 30 years of being a dentist, what excites you about going to work every day?
The people I get to see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If I'm tired or I'm in a bed, I don't feel that great or whatever. You know what? Guess who I get to see today?
Yeah.
Yep. And that'll get me out of bed. That'll get me out of my room.
Yeah.
Say, hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
How's the new baby? How's whatever's happening in someone's life?
I can honestly say this. You're right. Because not every day, any time we do service, we're in service of people. Sometimes our personal lives are not going well, even when we're doing that. And I've lived it. I'm sure you've lived it. And you're right. When we come to work, we got to give people the best we've got to give, period, hands down. Are you still doing forensic dentistry?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not it. They don't need dentists as much as they did.
Yeah.
A lot of people have tattoos.
Yes.
A lot of people take pictures of their tattoos.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And they don't hold those pictures to themselves. They send them out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, with social media.
Yeah. So tattoos are a much easier way of identifying someone than having a forensic dentist go down.
Correct. Yeah.
Obviously fingerprints are still a thing, but when you can't roll a fingerprint for whatever reason. Yeah. That body that was found off Riggin, and my son called me and said, hey, did the coroner call you yet? And I'm like, no. So not near as many cases. My veterinarian, who I used to do root canals and crowns for police dogs for, she retired. So I'm not doing that anymore.
Got it.
But I still get to do some forensic cases. And again, what gets me in there is the people.
Yeah.
And then the chance to help a family with
Yeah,
some
man,
closure.
especially, I mean, if we're having to use a forensic dentist to figure it out, we're in some scary territory. Yeah. And
Well said.
I've been introducing a few friends and clients to someone I trust, Arch Hoffman at Morgan Stanley. A lot of athletes, entrepreneurs, and entertainers end up with successful careers, but never really get a second opinion on whether their financial plan, investment, or tax strategies are actually optimized. Most people simply stay where they've always been. Arch's approach isn't about trying to sell someone a new portfolio. He starts off by viewing what they've already doing and identifying opportunities or confirming what they've already been doing is good or in place. Think of it like getting a second opinion from a specialist before making an appointment medical decision. If nothing else, you walk away with another perspective. If there are opportunities to improve your situation, then at least you'll know what your options are. If you like an introduction, I'm happy to connect you. Contact Arch Hoffman at area code 650-557-6438 and tell them that JMac sent you. For people who may not know what is forensic dentistry?
It's the science of using a patient's jaws and teeth to do identifications. That's the most part. Bite mark analysis still has some issues. The human body, when you bite into muscle, it gives.
Yes.
So it's not 100% accurate.
Yeah.
But the mass disasters, the Twin Towers,
Oh, yeah.
forensic dentists were hugely important for that.
I could see that.
It's a lot quicker than DNA analysis.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear DNA analysis is getting quicker and quicker. But
They are. Well, what's changed the game is 23andMe and all those others. I mean, it really has. It's a game changer. And, people don't realize, I mean, now, that's how they made the Golden State Killer, was DNA, and not even him. It was a relative, but it was a close match. And that's how they got him, so. And I love that because I just think, hey, let's get a serial killer off the streets. Sure. I don't want him out here. You don't want him out here.
But Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker.
Oh, yeah.
He bit into, was it an apple? He bit into something.
Yes.
And the forensic dentist, they were able to rebuild the guy what he looked like. And that's how they got the sketches, of course, from some victims that survived. But they also used the bite mark in his strange malocclusion.
Well, I was going to say,
help draw his picture.
Richard Ramirez, I mean, those teeth, I mean, he had like this really big teeth. And I mean, yeah, he was an ugly cat, man.
Can we say it on your podcast?
Yes.
Jacked up grill.
Yeah. It's an effed up grill, that's for sure. How different is forensic dentistry from traditional dentistry?
I don't think it's any different at all.
Okay.
We look at patients' prior X-rays, and you have to know that the X-ray is the right direction or not. Any dentist could be a forensic dentist, I feel.
Okay.
With minimal discussion, probably no training. Just hey, let's just have a talk and off you go on how to do this.
One of my favorite movies is the movie called Halloween 2. Right?
I haven't seen it.
All right, you're missing out, bro. But you got to watch the 1981 version. But anyways, they got this guy that burned up, and they're using one of your little pick things, and they're scraping the teeth, and they're like, "Oh yeah, this kid's clearly 17 years old because he's still got his fillings and all this other stuff." And I remember going, even as a little kid, I was like, "Wow, is it really that?"
I could give you a decade most times. 20 to 30.
Yeah. Okay.
Something like that.
Got it.
And yeah, there's anthropologists to do that.
Yeah. Okay. That's awesome. What does it feel like to use your skills involving death or tragedy?
Some deaths the stories are horrible.
Oh yeah.
And the age group, we don't need to go into that too much, but
I would also think victims of fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A teenage victim of fire was the one I was thinking of when I was saying it.
Yeah.
And it's like, do I really want to do this?
Yeah.
There's no joy in that.
There is none.
But you got to remember, the family's counting on you.
For sure.
They want their child, you know. If there's more than one child, they want their child, and to be able to help. It's another form of helping, another form of service. So, what you have found in all the things you've done, is, hey, this is another form of service for me, you know.
For sure. I will tell you this. I have witnessed a lot of things that I wish I could unsee. But I like to use my skills, my intellect, my gifts to help. And sometimes it comes at a cost, because we have to look at things that the average person would totally recoil from.
That's true. That's true.
Can you kind of quickly explain how dental x-rays can help identify somebody?
That's basically the key. So what you need is you
Prior x-rays, I'm sure. Yeah.
That's the one, you know, and how to get those prior x-rays is always the detective work. But from there, we take new x-rays.
Yeah.
And we compare those x-rays to the other ones. And I mean, we're talking 1 in billions chances of someone having the same type of thing. Now, if there's no fillings, you know, and they all have their own dentition, that's a little more difficult.
Yeah.
But there's still other parts of the tooth that you can read and know who's who.
Got it. What are some of the biggest challenges involved in forensic dentistry?
Besides getting in the room and actually having to do what you have to do, that's a big one. Doctors have used HIPAA as a barrier to giving x-rays.
Oh, yeah.
And they usually can talk them through that. But then, you know, when the sheriff offers to take a subpoena to the office, the problem usually gets solved.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So that's a big one. The cases where there's a skull and there's only a few teeth left, that's difficult.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know who we used to have a hard time with was a Family Healthcare Network, right? So we would go there, a guy would be in there that we want to arrest, and I'd be like, hey, is Richard here? That's a HIPAA violation. We can't tell you. And I would be like, listen, I don't want to know anything about his medical stuff. I'm just here to put him in jail. Fair enough? And they would not cooperate with us one iota. And it was very frustrating because we were like, you know, we're tracking this person, right?
And this is not a good person.
Yeah, and I don't need to know what he's here for. That's HIPAA. You can tell me if he's in the building. That's not HIPAA, right? You know what I mean? But man, it was frustrating. Is there a specific part of forensic dentistry that you find truly meaningful?
Yes. Being able to close all those cases.
Yeah. To close a case, that's
helping
big.
Helping those families. What's you probably felt this many times, but what I find most troublesome is we're there. The family wants to see the body.
Oh yeah.
And if I'm there, I can't imagine anyone wanting to see the body.
You know what I used to tell people?
That hurts.
You know what I used to tell people? I'm willing to let you see them. However, you don't want to remember them this way. Me and you, we don't have a choice. Mm-hmm. But I tell people, you have a choice. And listen to me. I'm telling you from 25 years of experience, you do not want to see this. And there are some people that just bared down and were like, no. And, you know, there was times we did let them. And I had people just look at me and go, you know what, I should have listened to you. And I'm like, yes, you know, and that is the paradox of our job. It truly is, because me and you, we don't have a choice. We're voluntold. This is what's going to happen, right? People have a choice. And that's always, has forensic dentistry changed the way you even looked at your profession?
I think it made me more proud of my profession.
Yes.
You know,
there's
there's so many things you can do in dentistry.
Yes.
There's so many things other than to sit there, and do fillings all day. Drill and fill, we call it, right? And there's so many ways that your interest, there's dentists that are working on the AI stuff.
Oh, yeah.
There's just so many things you can do. And again, to have that kind of meaning and to be able to help that much, it's rewarding.
Yeah. When you're doing forensic dentistry and you actually get to help those families, and those are dark moments, what does it mean to you when you actually have a good outcome? That's got to be, it's the conundrum. I had to do all this, but I'm giving these people. That's got to mean something.
It does. That's the way you have to think about it too.
Yes.
Because we're human, right?
Oh, yeah.
And some of this stuff humans weren't supposed to see.
Yes.
And humans weren't supposed to do that to another human. But if you look at it, this family's trusted me to do my best and to come up with a solution.
Oh, yeah.
Without prejudicing myself to what it could be.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And that's you guys are so much better than that.
Yeah.
But that's something to talk about too, is going in with a whatever you're being told doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's what your findings are
that
are so important.
The evidence is always going to point you in the direction.
And don't be swayed by anything other than the evidence.
Yes. Has working in forensic dentistry, has that changed, or what has that shown you about the fragility of life?
Oh my goodness.
Because people, that's something that cops, we learn very quickly.
And the value of life and how we may not, one of us may not get home today, right?
Correct.
And it happens.
It does.
Yeah. How many car versus light poles and telephone poles?
Oh, yeah.
Just so many. And if anyone's out there and doesn't feel like someone cares about them, they do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
They do.
I always say this, and in law enforcement, we always say this: 1 second too quick, 1 second too late makes all the difference in the world.
It does.
You know what I mean?
It does.
We're going to transition. We're going to go into a lightning
All right.
round. We're going to go into a lightning round.
I got to go quicker.
No, you're great. You're phenomenal.
I could have had these questions ahead of time.
No. I like authentic answers, because I've had people go, send me the questions. And I'm like, no, I want your authentic answer, right? Coffee or tea?
Tea.
All right. Morning person or night owl?
Morning person for sure.
Favorite food?
Favorite food? Oh, there's so many. Probably enchiladas.
All right. You know what, man? I'm a meat and potatoes man.
We had that last night.
Yeah. You know where I just had a phenomenal steak? La Piazza in Tulare.
Oh, is that
I had
right?
a bone-in ribeye. That thing is so good. I'm going to dream about it, man. It was phenomenal.
I know they did good Italian food. I go there for the Italian food.
Yeah, but no, it's phenomenal. And there's one coming on Main Street. They're pretty quick.
Right on. I'll tell my son.
Favorite restaurant?
Favorite fast food? Favorite?
No, let's say, if you want a good meal, where's your favorite place to go?
Around here, probably Vintage Press.
Okay, yeah, VP's good. You know where we went? Have you checked out Cheyenne's in Kingsburg yet?
No,
Dude,
my son just told me about it.
Dude, you need to go.
All right.
I mean, on a scale from 1 to 10, I'll give it a 12. It was phenomenal.
I went to a funeral service in Kingsburg. That is a cute little town.
It is. It's
they've
nice.
got some good little businesses. I know they've got some closed buildings like every town now, but
for a steakhouse, man, in Clovis, 13 Prime, that's pretty legit, bro. That's good food, man. Favorite movie of all time?
Die Hard.
Oh, really? Dude, I love Die Hard, man. I love that movie. You know what? I just saw a thing about Bruce Willis. And, man, he's pretty much Alzheimer's, right? Yeah. And, it's so sad because he was such an iconic person. But, man, Die Hard, that movie has been ripped off by every other action movie I think ever made. That and Speed, right? Favorite musician or band?
Toto.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I love Toto, dude. Yeah. That's cool, man. Little different, man.
Either that or the Eagles.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
those Toto was the college band for me.
Yeah. See, I'm a Depeche Mode dude, man.
All right,
yeah,
all
yeah,
right.
yeah. I'm an 80s
You're
kid.
a little
you know?
younger than
yeah,
me.
Yeah. Golf or snow skiing?
Snow skiing.
Okay. Wakeboarding or traveling?
Oh man, traveling.
Okay. Beach or mountains?
These are hard.
Yeah.
Mountains.
Okay. Summer or winter?
Winter.
Yeah, see,
For
I'm a winter
skiing.
dude, man, because my problem is I don't get no tans, bro. All right?
That fair skin.
yeah. Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
What is your biggest pet peeve?
Someone saying to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
You weren't honest with me before. You know,
Okay.
Honesty is important.
Okay.
And I think we get along
Yes.
because the honesty.
Yes,
You know?
for sure.
Accept me for who I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you.
What's one thing you cannot live without?
One thing I can't live without, probably my family.
Okay. If you could travel anywhere tomorrow, where would it be?
I'm leaving for Iceland on Thursday, dude.
Dude, I've heard Iceland is awesome. I've never been, but somebody told me, we had a friend that like 10 years ago went to Iceland. They raved about it for months.
Yeah, I think the whole country's probably like a national park. I'm so excited. I've been trying to go for 8 years, and something's just COVID kept me
Yeah.
for a while there. But yeah, no, I'm finally going to where I've been wanting to go.
Good for you. What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
Don't make enemies.
Yeah.
Don't
Well
make
said.
enemies.
Yeah. Yeah.
The one guy I had a problem with in dental school, I ended up living 20 minutes away from him and had to take care of that situation.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So there's no reason to make an enemy.
I agree. What's your greatest accomplishment?
2 wonderful kids.
Yeah. Good for you, brother. What do they want to do?
They're both in their 30s now.
Oh, well, okay.
They're
Wow.
both in their 30s now. I don't know. My daughter, she's working for Shasta County Office of Education and loves it.
Okay.
My son works for Shannon Ranch
Okay.
in the offices, and he's done that since college.
Okay.
And that's his thing. So,
Yeah.
and I'm very proud of them. And, you know, we're always afraid, like now, could you imagine raising a child in this environment?
Yeah.
You know, with
Times have changed, bro.
AI, yeah.
Yes.
It always happens. Hey, I got 2 good ones. I'm blessed. They love their father.
You know what, man? I'm blessed as well. I got a 20-year-old. She's getting ready to be 21. And guess what? She just applied to the police academy.
Oh my goodness! Congratulations.
Yeah. What's one thing people would be surprised to learn about you?
One thing I'm shy.
Okay. All right.
I'm shy. This was actually stepping out of my comfort zone.
Good for you, man. Well, I'm honored that you did this then, man, because, and I can tell you this, you have no reason to be shy, Doc. You're phenomenal.
Thank you.
If you weren't a dentist, what would you be?
Man, I found my profession at a young age. I'm lucky. I might have ended up being a doctor. I don't know. I probably would have had to be in some sort of leadership position.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think I could be told what to do.
Okay.
I think I'd have to be some sort of leadership.
Okay. What's the funniest thing that's ever happened in that office?
The funniest thing?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Like me splitting my pants or something?
Yeah. I'm sure you got that. You ever had somebody run out without trying to pay?
Oh, I imagine, but these girls are so good. I don't know. They would get them back. One of the things that bugged me the most is a kid that I was working on and trying to help and stuff. Grandma was paying for the dentistry. He stole a doctor's bicycle in the parking lot. And I went looking for him. I'm like, dude, don't do this to your life.
Yeah.
Sure enough, they found the kid. I didn't find the kid, but you guys did. And the bike was returned. But I'm like, dude, You know, you just broke the patient-doctor trust. I can't work on you anymore.
Well, I was going to say this. I can overlook a lot. Deception is not one of them. Theft. Nobody likes a thief. That's for sure. What's your favorite thing about living in Visalia?
The people.
Yeah, I love Visalia. I was born and raised in Tulare, man, but I've lived here for 25 years.
Yeah.
I love Visalia.
And guess what? You keep coming back.
Yes, I do. I love this place. What's one word your friends would use to describe you?
Driven.
Yeah, I could see that. What's one word your staff would use to describe you?
On a good day or a bad day?
Yeah, let's say a good one.
Jerk might come out once in a while. Caring.
Yeah, I could see that as well. What's the best thing about getting older?
Dude, I'm so glad I don't make all the dumb mistakes I used to make.
Oh, yeah.
Mostly in my personal life, you know?
Yeah.
And the rewarding thing is when people ask you for advice.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yes.
If they're doing that in their 20s, or if you're in your 20s and they're doing that, that's probably not so good.
Yes.
But, you know, people saying, hey, you've lived this. What should I do?
Yeah.
Or what would you have done?
If you could have dinner with anyone, living or dead, who would it be?
Jesus.
Okay.
If you want more of a person, Winston Churchill.
Okay, yeah, man.
There's a leader.
Yeah.
With a lot of flaws.
You want to talk about an icon. You know, I always say JFK. You know, there's something about him, you know, that's Irish royalty, you know what I mean? But yeah, man. Yeah, I could say this. I think, in fact, I saw a thing, Winston Churchill, when he died, was the last person that during that time that the Queen of England bowed to. She bowed to Princess Di as well, but she did bow to him as they brought the casket by.
Well, he saved their country.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. At the end of the day, what makes you smile?
Probably having a good day.
Good man.
Having good talks with people. Everything went well.
Okay. Got a final statement for you.
All right.
Some people spend their lives building careers. Others spend their lives building something more meaningful, a legacy. You have spent more than 3 decades doing both. Through dentistry, forensic work, family, and service to your community, you have found a way to turn knowledge into compassion and a profession into a calling. But perhaps the greatest measure of a life is not found in titles, degrees, or accomplishments. It's found in the people we meet, the lives we touch, and the difference we make when no one is watching. For you, every smile restored represents more than a dental procedure. It represents confidence renewed, hope strengthened, and a reminder that sometimes the smallest changes can create the biggest transformations. As we close today's conversation, your story reminds us that success isn't simply about how far we travel, but about who we bring along with us. It's about finding purpose in our work, joy in our families, and the meaning in communities we call home. You have dedicated your life to helping others smile, and in doing so, you have created a life worth smiling about. Thank you, Doc. Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for what you've done to this community. Thank you for what you're going to continue to do for this community. I mean that from me to you. When I read this today, I've thought of you.
Thank you. That was beautiful. Thank you very much. It is about relationships.
It totally is.
Yeah.
Before we wrap up, I just want to let you know I've always liked you. I love your dentist office. I'm going to go to you until I'm room temperature. And, I love the office. I love what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. And you are truly an asset to this community. And before we wrap up, is there anything you would like to say?
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful to you. And I'm grateful to the other patients. And I'm grateful to this community for what I've had here. So
Awesome.
thank you.
Man, well said. Well said. Well, folks, we're going to go ahead and wrap up. Next week, I'll have a new guest, and I'll leave you with my quote I'll always leave you with. Good luck, God bless, and Godspeed. Keep watching. See you next time.